Hey guys, so for this tutorial I'm going to be using my size 4mm hook and my yarn. So this is for a brand called Nako. I actually unraveled one of my old projects that was quite rough. So to get started, you're going to be working with two panels, the front and the back panel, and um the amount of chains you do for the front panel, that's the foundation chain, is the same amount of chain you're going to do for the foundation and for the back panel. So for example, if your front panel is 100 chains, your back panel is going to be 100 chains. So I'm just going to start by making a chain of 94. So I'm currently making for a size small to medium. You can adjust the size your foundation chain based on your size, and I'm probably going to write a pattern for all sizes, but for now this is for a size small to medium, more of a medium though. So I did a total of 94 chains, and this is the same amount of chains you're going to do for the back panel. So for the first row, you're going to start by chaining one. In the first stitch, go in with one double crochet. Go into the next 3 stitches with one double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have 4 double crochets. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next 4 stitches with 1 double crochet. So go into the next 4 stitches with 1 double crochet, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next 4 stitches with 1 double crochet. I keep saying 1 double crochet. With 1 double crochet, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next 4 stitches with 1 double crochet. So continue with this till you get to the end of the row. You're alternating between 1 double crochet in 4 stitches and chain 1, skip 1 stitch. Now I've come to the end of the first row. For the second row, you're going to start by chaining 5, which serves as your turning chain, plus a chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn over, skip this 4 double crochet and go into the chain 1 space with 1 single crochet. Chain 4, skip the 4 double crochet, go into the chain 1 space with 1 single crochet. Chain 4, skip the 4 double crochet, go into the chain 1 space with a single crochet. So you're going to continue with this till you get to the end of the row. Now I've come to the end of the second row. For the third row, you're going to repeat what you did for the first row. So chain 1 and turn over. In the chain 4 space, go in with 4 double crochets. Chain 1, skip the single crochet stitch, go into the chain 4 space with 4 double crochets. Chain 1, skip the single crochet stitch, go into the chain 4 space with 4 double crochets. chain 1, skip the single crochet stitch, going to the chain 4 space with 4 double crochets. So continue with this till you get to the end of the row. You're going to be alternating between the first row and the second row. So for the fourth row, you're going to repeat what you did for the second row. You're going to start by chaining 5 and putting one single, skipping the 4 double crochet, skip the 4 double crochet and putting a single crochet in the chain 1 space. You're going to continue with this till you get to a length that is under your arm. So I did a total of 30 rows. You can make it longer or shorter depending on the length you want. Now I'm going to work on the underarm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip stitch into this first 4 double crochet. So slip stitch in the first stitch, slip stitch into the next stitch, once you've slip stitch into this 4 double crochet, you're going to continue with the pattern you've been doing. So chain 4, put 1 single crochet into this chain 1 space, chain 4, put 1 single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 4, put 1 single crochet in the chain 1 space. Continue with this till you get to this second stitch away from this 4 double crochet. Now I've come to the end of the row. Chain 4 in this chain 1 space before this 4 double crochet, go in with 1 single crochet. Now you're going to ignore this last 4 double crochet stitches, chain 1 and turn over. In the chain 4 space, go in with 4 double crochet. Chain 1, skip the single crochet stitch, go into the next chain 4 space with 4 double crochet. Chain 1, skip the single crochet stitch, go into the next chain 4 space with 4 double crochet. So continue with this till you get to the end of the row. Now I've come to the end of the row. In this last chain 4 space, go in with 4 double crochet. Ignore this last stitch, chain 1, turn over, slip stitch into this first 4 double crochet. Now chain 4, go into this chain 1 space with 1 single crochet, chain 4, go into the chain 1 space with 1 single crochet, chain 4, go into the next chain 1 space with 1 single crochet. Continue till you get to the end of the row. Now I've come to the end of the row. In this last chain 1 space, go in with 1 single crochet. Ignore this chain and this 4 double crochet stitches, chain 1 and turn over. In this chain 4 space, go in with 4 double crochet. Chain 1, skip the single crochet stitch and go into the next chain 4 space with 4 double crochet. Now this is what the side of the top of the gown is looking like. Now you're just going to continue with this pattern till you have the length you want for your underarm, or the length you want for your armhole. So I'm just going to do a few more rows of this, and I'll let you know how many rows I did. So don't forget, when you get to this end, you're going to stop at this chain 4 space. You're going to skip this 4 double crochet and stop at this chain 4 space. Chain 1 and slip stitch into the first chain 4 space and continue till you have the length you want. Now I'm done with the front panel, and I did a total of 8 rows, making it 67 rows in total. So for the back panel, I did a total of 43 rows. So for the front panel, I did a total of 59 rows. Before I started the underarm, I forgot to count the chain stitches. I only counted the box stitches for the front panel. So for the front panel, I did a total of 59 rows. And then for the back panel, I have a total of 43 rows. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1. Now chain 4, put 1 single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 4, put 1 single crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 4, put 1 single crochet in the chain 4 space, chain 4, chain 4, put 1 single crochet in the chain 4 space. So I have 1 2 3 4 5, chain 4, put 1 single crochet in the chain 4 space, chain 4, so I have a total of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now once you're done doing the chain stitch in the first 7 boxes, you're going to chain 1 and turn over. So you're not going to go all the way down, you're just going to chain 1 and turn over. Now in this first stitch, go in with 4 double crochet. Chain 1, go into the next chain 4 space with 4 double crochet. Continue till you get to the end of the row. Now I've come to the end of the row. I'm going to chain 1 and go into this last stitch with 4 double crochet. Now if you want the hole at the back of your gown to be wider, you can decide the amount of stitches you want to do. So I decided to do 7, but you can reduce the amount, or if you don't want any hole to be at the back of the gown, you can just go back and forth. So it depends on you. Now chain 1 and turn over, chain 4, 1 2 3 4, go into the chain 1 space with 1 single crochet. You're just going to continue with the pattern you've been doing for the body of the gown till you have a total of 59 rows, because we had a total of 59 rows for the front panel before we started working on the underarm. So you're going to continue with this till you have a total of 59 rows, and then repeat the same for this other end. So chain 4, go into this chain 1 space with 1 single crochet. I'm just going to continue with this, and I'll show you what to do next. So now that you've attached your yarn, you're going to chain 4, skip this 4 double crochet stitches and go into this chain 1 space with 1 single crochet. Chain 4, go into the single crochet stitch with one the chain 1 space with 1 single crochet, chain 4, go into the next chain 1 space with 1 single crochet, chain 4, go into the next chain 1 space with 1 single crochet, chain 4. Now just go into the next chain 1 space with 1 single crochet, chain 1 and turn over. In the chain 4 space, go in with 4 double crochets, chain 1, skip the single crochet stitch, go into the chain 4 space with 4 double crochets. So you're just going to continue with what you've been doing for the body of the gown, and you're going to do this till you have a total of 59 rows before you start your decrease. Because we had a total of 59 rows for the front panel before the decrease, you're going to do this until you have a total of 59 rows, and I'll show you what to do next. So chain 1, you're just going to be going back and forth from this end to this end. Now I did a total of 16 rows, making it a total of 59 rows because we had 43 rows before we marked off the side panels. So now I have a total of 59 rows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat what I did for the front panel, which is this part of the gown. So you're going to turn over and slip stitch into the first 4 stitches. Now chain 4, skip this 4 double crochet and go into the next chain 1 space with 1 single crochet, chain 4, go into the next chain 1 space with 1 single crochet, chain 4, chain 4, and in this last stitch of this 4 double crochet, go in with 1 single crochet, chain 1, turn over, go into the chain 4 space with 4 double crochet, chain 1, go into the next chain 4 space with 4 double crochet, chain 1, go into the next chain 4 space with 4 double crochet, chain 1, and in the last chain 4 space go in with 4 double crochet, ignore this chain 4 this 4 double crochet stitches, chain 1 and turn over. Now slip stitch into this 4 double crochet stitches, chain 4, skip the 4 double crochet stitch and go into the chain 1 space, chain 4, skip the 4 double crochet stitches, and go into the chain 1 space with 1 single crochet, chain 4, go into this last stitch of this 4 double crochet stitches with 1 single crochet, chain 1 and turn over, go into the first chain 4 space with 4 double crochets, chain 1, go into the chain 4 space with 4 double crochet. So you're just going to continue with this till you just have one box left standing. So continue with this, you just have one left. So chain 1, go into this last chain 4 space with 4 double crochets. Chain 1, turn over, slip stitch into the 4 double crochet stitches. So I'm just going to repeat this till I have one left. Now I'm done with both panels. I'm going to join the front and the back panels together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my stitch marker. So I'm going to use my stitch marker to hold these two ends together. So at this point where we started doing the decrease, so just use a stitch marker to hold this end, and then do the same thing for the other side. Now you're going to stitch the sides together until you get to where the stitch marker is. So I'm just going to get my needle. So you can use your hook and join with a single crochet, or you can join with a yarn and yarn needle. So now I'm just going to stitch both ends together. I'll just do this off and come back and show you guys what to do next, because I'm quite slow when it comes to stitching with a needle. Now I'm done stitching both sides of the panels together, so I'm just going to turn this inside out. What I'm going to do now is the strap for the gown. So I already did one strap. Now for the other strap, I'm just going to start by attaching my yarn at this end. So, sorry, at this end of the back panel. So I chained 50 for this strap. I'm going to chain 50 for the strap. So you can make a chain longer or shorter depending on your arm size. Now I have a total of 50 chains. I'm going to attach this chain to this end of the front panel. So now I have the 2 straps for the gown. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to be working along the strap all the way down to the back, down to this other strap. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by chaining 1. Now put 1 double crochet in 4 stitches. 2, 3, and 4. Slip stitch into the next stitch. Put 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, slip stitch into the next stitch, put 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches, slip stitch into the next stitch. So you're going to continue with this till you get to the end of the strap. So I've come to the end of the strap. I'm going to continue along the back of the gown. So put 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches, and slip stitch into the next stitch. Along this way, you're not going to be able to tell which stitch is stitch, so just try to put 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches you can put your hook into. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch into the next. One, 2, 3, 4, slip stitch into the next stitch. So you're just going to continue with this till you get to this end of the other strap. So I'm done with the dress, and this is what it looks like. So we have the strap, and this is what the back of the dress looks like. So I went round the back with the scallop stitch until I got back to this end of the strap. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If there's anything you don't understand, you can leave a comment down in the comment section, and I'm definitely going to reply you. Thank you so much again for watching this tutorial.